Okay, well, I think that's definitely one of these things. Don't try that at home until you're a bit more experienced.
Yeah, absolutely. Build yourself up slowly, and when you think you're ready, do it. But there was certainly some interesting things that I learnt off it, and that's one of the reasons why I want to start putting some stuff down on paper about it. Lifting heavy kettlebells is certainly a beneficial thing to do.
Yep.
It's great to put some weight underneath your body, put yourself under some stress. But there's training parameters that need to be looked at before you actually start just throwing a bell around, and I certainly learned that lesson whilst I was doing 40 lifts every day.
I think that's worth pointing out actually about the heavy bells. I mean, I'm not a particularly strong guy. I tend to be better with the endurance stuff, but last year I dislocated my shoulder falling off a bike, and having done a lot of kettlebell training, I think within about 5 weeks my shoulder was ready to press a 28 and a 32 again. So
yeah.
I think that goes to show the kind of power
certainly
the kettlebells have got in terms of...
If you look at rehab purposes and injury prevention with a kettlebell, that dynamic load and that dynamic stress and forces that the kettlebell puts on your body, whether it be across the shoulder joint, across the hips, across the knees, it prepares you for a lot of things, a lot of everyday life, possible issues, sporting issues, injuries and things. Yeah, it certainly is a great piece of kit for, I think, injury prevention and also then rehab afterwards.
Yeah, cool. Right, just almost finishing off, what kind of nutrition advice underpins your training? If we're looking to optimise strength and body composition and obviously energy levels as well, what kind of nutrition do you tend to use? Have you got one particular method, or...?
I keep it fairly simple. I do sometimes play around with different things. Currently I'm on almost a very low calorie diet, you could call it, just to see how it affects my body. I try things all the time, basically just to have a bit of fun and keep things interesting. But key things, especially when training hard, for me is a massive amount of protein intake. I will generally supplement those things with a bit of creatine, protein supplements, lots of vitamins. One of the great things I'm enjoying at the moment certainly is fish oils. Get a lot of those on board, and also vitamin C sometimes is one of my big things. I'll have quite a lot of that. Basics, just eating well.
Yep.
I'll generally, I'll get up in the morning and I'll have either a big lots of eggs and bacon and sausages, and maybe some oats, and that'll keep me going for a while, and then I'll have a few protein supplements and keep going from there, really.
Cool. Right, let's get down to business for world's toughest workouts. I'm going to put you on the spot a bit here. What are your top 5 must-dos for an effective kind of arse-kicking of a workout? What would a kind of all-round killer session involve?
Okay. Well, firstly, obviously a kettlebell.
Yep.
I think taking away, without using a kettlebell anyway, not talking about that too much. Firstly, to get a great workout, whatever it is you're doing, you've got to look at, performing big movements, thinking big, thinking about getting the whole body moving as one unit. That's what it's designed to do. By doing that, you're going to get all the muscle groups working, and that will effectively knock you out. I think that's the key thing. Other things that work quite well within an effective workout, I believe, certainly supersetting, repetitions, if not adding sort of almost three or four big movements together. Front squat, stiff leg deadlift, 2-arm swing into then maybe to finish off with an upper body exercise. Things like that work quite well. So mini circuits. Again, I mentioned compound movements. Certainly, all exercises should be compound. Plyometric exercises. They go in there quite nicely, so you can either do something like a big power exercise to recruit muscle groups and then perform a plyometric exercise afterwards. That goes down very well, and I certainly do a lot of that within my training. I think probably those are the major things. Something that I've not really got into, but I'm getting slowly into it now is, I believe you are as well, John, is more kind of mixed martial arts and things like that. I'm really starting to see some of get interested to a certain extent. I've started boxing a little bit more with the guys in the office now, and getting a little bit more interested in that side of it. Certainly kickboxing perhaps is something that I'm quite keen on having a look at now.
Yeah.
So I think that's certainly something that should be brought into training. It's fun, it's challenging, it gets your mind thinking a little bit more as well.
Yeah, I mean, from my point of view, obviously I've got this tough guy event end of July, and then I'm definitely looking at trying to get into kind of Muay Thai, something like that, maybe mixed martial arts. So I think just looking at the guys who do it as athletes, from what I can see, they just seem to have everything I want sort of from my fitness in terms of strength, the power, the body, the endurance. So that's what's kind of piqued my interest.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of it's come on. Mixed martial arts world has come on a lot in the last couple of years. For a start, the fights are on TV. That's a big change. That's a big difference. They are exciting. There's a lot of people following it now, and it's certainly something that's going to increase over the next few years. You see many gyms cropping up now, mixed martial arts gyms, and a lot of people coming on our courses learning about kettlebells for mixed martial arts. So it certainly is growing in interest.
Good stuff. Right. I think we'll pretty much wrap it up there. Can you just tell us where people can find out a bit more about your courses and the products you've got on offer?
Yeah, absolutely. OptimalLifeFitness.com is where you'll get all the information on the different courses, from kettlebell, boxing to Olympic lifting courses. As also mentioned, something that we're putting together at the moment is the ebook for the 40 lifts for Lent, and that's all about how to lift heavy kettlebells. But all the information is on the website. We've got a great forum which all of our top lifters use, and there's great information on there. We've got a blog, we've got a Facebook, so go on to optimallifefitness.com and you can get pretty much everything on there.
Cool. Just on a personal thing, I'd definitely recommend, especially obviously if you live in the UK, try and get hold of Tom and VJ at Optimal Life. They're the ones I did my training with, and we learnt an absolute bucket load, and that was, can't remember what it was now, must have been over a year ago now.
Years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, God, too long ago. But yeah. I know you guys are always improving your courses, so I can only imagine they're even better than what we did. So
they develop, they grow, they get better. We're always trying to improve them, and we're always developing more courses, and that's what our business is. That's what we do, and that's what we love as well. So it's a great business to be in.
Yeah, I think what I like about you guys most is you practice what you preach as well. So that's something that's pissing me off a little bit with some people in the industry, but you're always posting your videos and your own training. So
yeah, you'll always see our videos on there showing people what we can do, and we would never take on a trainer, we'd never hire somebody, or we'd never feel comfortable doing something that we can't do ourselves.
Yeah. You've got a few videos on YouTube, haven't you? So.
Very much so, mate. Yeah, YouTube. We stick a lot of videos up there. We stick a lot of videos on our online resource centre. Just showing people what we can do, and also slightly educational as well.
Good stuff. Right, now Tommy's given me a 6-week kettlebell sport program to follow. I'll be posting the first week of that on worldstoughestworkouts.com, but if you want the rest of that, you need to jump on the email list, the free subscriber list, so get on that as soon as you can. Right, thanks Tommy for all your advice, and hopefully we'll catch up again soon, mate.
Pleasure, mate, yeah, and enjoy the kettlebell sport lifting program.
Will do. Alright.